Hello, Made by Michelle here. I'm Michelle. So I thought I would take you on a little trip, and so we're gonna go about an hour away from my home to a place called the Mill End Store, which is supposed to be a large fabric store in Beaverton, which again is about an hour from my house, and see what they have. There are a few locations, but they're only open on Saturday. Well, they're open all like Tuesday through Saturday. They're not open on Sundays or Mondays, so I can't take anybody with me from my family. But anyway, I thought I would just check in and tell you where we're going. And I'm not going to film it. It's just a highway and shouldn't be anything pretty. It's 11:40 on Saturday morning, and I am going to head out now, and we'll check in when we get there. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, we're here, and it is 12:35. They sorry, I keep looking up. My glasses are bifocals, and so you're fuzzy. So they're my driving glasses, and so the road is clear. I don't need vision help far away, but if I look up, I can see so much clearer. So, you know, if I need to look at my phone or my navigation or my instrument panel, anyway, I'll look down so I don't look dumb. Anyway, my navigation took me a weird way. It took me farther south. Not that you guys care, but now that I know where this is, it's like 2 exits north of where I used to live for a very long time. So now that I know where this is, there is a Michael's store here as well. I'll turn. There's a Michael's. There's a Montevilla Sewing Center, and there's a Mill End store. So I wanted to go to Michael's as well. So we'll do all that. I don't have any reason to go into the sewing center besides, actually, I do need a invisible zipper foot. I need to see. I'll go in and see if they have an invisible zipper foot for my Singer heavy duty. And if there's anything super fun in there, I'll take you with me. Anyway, so yeah, the freeway was just, you know, awful. But now that I know where this is, I can drive here without navigation. And I think the back roads would be, I don't think it'd be quicker, but it would make me happier. So anyway, that's besides the point. So I'm gonna turn you off for a minute so I can get my stuff and get out of the car. I'm not wearing anything Me Made, but I do have my bestie bag, which is Me Made. My daughter told me she was going to the outlet mall with a friend, so that made me think of Disney, which is there, and so I put a Disney shirt on. And I'm wearing just Old Navy shorts, go figure. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing today. And yeah, so let's go into the Mill End store and see what we find. I've never ever been here before. I haven't been to this Michael's since my daughter was about 2. Because this is, besides going to Salem, this is the closest Michael's to me. And I think they're probably about the same distance. Actually, there's one that's probably closer. But yeah, I don't know if it was there then. So we came here when she was about 2 and did a craft. They used to do crafts all the time. like, you know, $5 they would do make and take crafts. That's what we did. We used to do those things on Saturdays when my husband was at work. So anyway, again, I digress. So let's go shopping. Bye. Okay, so I just got done at Michael's. I don't think I videotaped anything in there. My phone, I had to restart it. It was, so Michael's usually has like a coupon. There's an app, and yeah, it wasn't working. None of it was working. So I had to shut my phone off and restart it. And I still couldn't get any reception. So anyway, I did make some purchases. I also went into the Montevilla Sewing Center and got my invisible zipper foot and asked the gal how to use it, and she was kind enough to show me. But it was a very small store, so I did not videotape anything in there either, or take any photos. So, but when I get home, I will show you everything. Probably not today. I just talked to my husband, and he has been home for a couple hours, so I will probably just make dinner and spend time with the family. So, but I will show you everything, and I did make some purchases. So I do have some plans, and we'll go over that. So anyway, successful outing, and now I get to drive an hour home. So wish me luck. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello, Made by Michelle here. I'm Michelle. So I thought I would come on. Today is Easter here, or when I'm filming this. I'm just wearing my Easter Donny shirt because gotta wear it before I have to put it away for the next year. It's unironed. I'm just wearing sweats with this. So anyway, I thought I'd come on and show you the stuff I got yesterday, and talk about the plans I have for the stuff I got yesterday. and then some plans for the week, and maybe today. I don't know if I'll have time to sew, but I've got a ham in the crock pot and some rolls rising. So we'll see what the day brings. My husband's out in the yard pressure washing some stuff, and my daughter just went to help him. So we'll see what happens. Let me reorganize this stuff real quick here, just a sec. So at the first store, for some reason I've forgotten what it was called, I'll put the name in. I got the linen I was looking for, and so my friend Ruth and I, sorry, I'm bending down, it's on my chair here. So my friend Ruth and I are planning to both make the same shirt, and I saw this pattern on Rachel Stitched Up, her vlog, and so when I showed it to my friend Ruth, she thought it was yummy, her words. And so she said if I saw some linen that I should let her know. And so I saw some, and it is a narrow width. And so in talking to the gal at the fabric counter, showing her the pattern, and of course the pattern is in meters, not yards, and so she did some calculations for me, and of course I need the largest size, not of course, but that's the way it works. I need the largest size bracket, and my friend Ruth is smaller than I am, so I went with 6 yards of this linen, and this was the lightest weight white linen that they had, and so I went with 6 yards, Ruth went with 5 yards, and so I'll give it to her tomorrow. And so super nice linen. And let's see, I plan to, I don't think I've showed you this pattern. So this is the Constance blouse by Pattern COS. And this is it, and these sleeves and this back sold me. And again, I saw this is Rachel's Fault stitched up. And if you, I bought it off of this gal's website through Etsy. And it was on sale for half price when I bought it if you bought 2 or more. And so I bought actually 3 of her patterns. So this is the first plan. Those sleeves, just, yeah. And even though this picture is black and white, on her website she's wearing this in white linen, and then she's got another picture in red linen. It is to die for. If they had had that color of linen that was the same weight as this, I wouldn't have been able to resist it. But they didn't. The other linens were all a heavier weight, and it just wouldn't have had the same effect. They were like bottom weight, in my opinion. But I mean, it was like this color red. It was gorgeous. Go check it out. It's just to die for. I mean, in my opinion. I'm not gonna have time to get that sewn up for Sew April blouse, but I'm gonna get it sewn up. It is just beautiful. Anyway, the next fabric that I got there was this cotton, and the Mill-In store. There we go. Words. And I got 5 yards of this cotton because it is, again, a narrow width, and I got this specifically for this dress. Again, another of the Pattern COS, because of, I need this dress in my life. I have been on the hunt for sundresses this year anyway, and a blue and white sundress has been on my radar. An orange and white one has too, but I didn't see any orange and white cotton that I had to have. It's just beautiful. And the gal at the cutting counter was so helpful. She was just so helpful. She helped me determine how much I needed again. She took the time to go to the website to look at the pattern layouts. She took the time to measure me. Because it's a full circle skirt on that sundress, she took the time to measure my waist to mid-calf, which is where I told her I wanted it to go to, because that measurement is not on the pattern. And she had some circle skirt calculation in her phone, because she said she makes circle skirts all the time. I mean, so she figured out how much material I was going to need. And again, it's in meters, not yards. And so she converted it then to yards. And then she showed me how I was going to need to lay it out on the fabric to cut the circle skirt material, because it wasn't going to be wide enough to cut it any other way. I thought that was ever so helpful. She also gave me this conversion chart, which I can take a picture of for you guys, because it's backwards right now, of meter to yardage. It's so helpful. She was just amazing. And I mean, if you're in the Northwest, and I mean, their prices were high for what I'm used to because of Joann's. So, you know, it was $13.99 a yard for the cotton and $13.99 a yard for the linen that I got, the lightweight linen. They had so many fabrics. I'll be putting in pictures, hopefully, of the whole store. It was, and this is just one of their stores. I think they have 3 or 4 stores. It was worth driving over there. They pretty much had whatever somebody might need. And then I got this big roll of Gutermann white thread for all of that, and it was just shy of $10, I think. I don't know if that's a good deal. I've never bought in such a big roll. It's 1,000 meters, 1,094 yards. So, but yeah, I almost have no white thread left. So, and then last but not least, at the Mill-In store, I got this gorgeous rayon. I got 2.5 yards of it. It is a wide fabric, and I think I'm going to make the long sleeve Donnie with this. It's got great colors. It's got this the turquoise, the blue, the sage green. It's got the corals. It's just got fantastic colors for both my daughter and I. And I've got so many things in these colors that I just couldn't leave it there. I had to have it. I think I got everything that was left on the bolt of this one. And yeah, so I believe that was 2.5 yards. Maybe I didn't. No, I got everything that was left on the bolt of this one, because I didn't want to be in a position like the last dress I made. I just wanted to get everything that they had. 2.5 yards of this is what I got. So yeah, it's so beautiful. I think it's so beautiful, and it'll make a beautiful summer shirt, long sleeve or not. So yeah, okay, so that was the Mill-In store. And then I went next door to the Montevilla Sewing Center, which coincidentally there is no wall in between. There's just a bunch of, which I didn't know. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So I went in and I asked about a invisible zipper foot for my Singer Heavy Duty. Sorry, I had to look down at it. And so somebody took me over to the display and got it for me. And then I said, okay, that's great. Now, how do I use this? And so somebody else took me around the back side into the Mill-In store to where the invisible zippers were, and showed me that the zipper rides in this little track here, and then you can sew right alongside the zipper. It was amazing. And she said if I had any trouble at all, that to just let them know. But how cool is that? So, and I think that all of the Mill-In stores have the Montevilla Sewing Center next door to them, or in the same building as them. So super helpful people. Again, Not a huge store, but for the sewing center part, but tons of helpful people in there. And, you know, of course they had lots of haberdashery and machines and all the things you needed. She just went straight to the section that I needed, grabbed what I needed, and then somebody else was happy to tell me and show me how to use it. So super helpful. And then they gave me a discount on it too, which was very cool. So there was that. And then I'll talk to you about those in a minute. Okay, so then I went next door to that, which was Michael's, and I got this cotton fabric. This was, I think, $4.99 a yard. And so I got, I think, 7 yards of this, because I do want to make all the sundresses, and I've had this in my stash for a few years now. So I might start with this one, and there should be leftovers on this because this doesn't call for that much. So this dress in the B, this one here, the long length, that's the difference, is the length of it. In a 45-inch wide, dress B, and the largest size calls for just shy of 3 yards. So there should be enough of this left. Well, first off, I got to match the stripes and stuff, so I wanted to make sure there was extra. And then there should be enough left for me to make whatever else I want to make. So Donnie shirt or whatever else. But I want to make this dress. I've wanted to make it for a few years, but I do have some So Haley Jane rayon, but I want to try it in something else first and see if I like it. So I would rather go with a less expensive fabric. So I love all these colors. I love that it's blue and white. I love everything about it. So I got that for this. And then they had these little project envelopes. They were on sale for $9.99. I don't know if that's a better deal than I get them on Amazon for, but I figured I might as well grab them because I've got projects and no bags because my bags are all full. And then they weren't on sale, but I got threads to match all the colors of everything, including some other things. I got some bias tape because I didn't know if that pattern needed bias tape. I didn't have it with me. I'll talk to you about those in a second. I got a yard of this because I love coffee and I love to do stuff with coffee prints. And this to go with it. It's coffee beans. I got another yard of this because my daughter and I plan to make a bestie bag for my daughter and I don't know that I had enough of it before, and I thought I would get it while I was there, because I don't know how much I got of it the last time. So I think we're going to put this on the inside of the cow print bestie bag, which I've showed before. So that's just an additional purchase to make sure I have enough. So those threads go with those. And then I finished my smitten jacket. I haven't posted pictures of it yet. I can put some in here, but I haven't put buttons on it yet because I haven't decided what I want to do. So I got some plain black buttons, but I don't know if I'm going to just do plain black buttons or not. At Hobby Lobby once, I saw some really cool bee buttons. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm going to wear this next week or this week and go into Hobby Lobby and see if I like those buttons. or if I'm just, well, I might just buy them because they're cool, because I've got some other bee fabric as well that I'm going to make a different sundress with. But yeah, so that's for that. And then I also, well, before I talk about that, I also found these cool buttons, and they say handmade with love. They're just little wooden buttons, or they look wooden. They might be resin. I haven't opened them up, but they say handmade with love. Yeah, that's all they say. And they're just a couple of different designs. And I thought they would be cool, like on a bag closure. Like I wouldn't put them on a garment, but like on a bag closure, or maybe if you were doing like a button, like on a garment, like a button. They might be fun for, like, if it was a plain Donnie, which I haven't sewn a plain Donnie yet, but like one, if there was a pocket with one button closure, I don't know. We'll see. But instead of a label, or in addition to a label, I don't know. I just thought they were kind of cool. This shirt I finished. It needs work. I'll put in a couple pictures. It gapes at the front, and it gapes at the back a bit, or it bubbles at the back a bit. I'm going to take in the back seam, and I'm going to move the button placket over. And so I got some buttons off of Amazon. I got some little colored buttons because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then I got also these buttons. I was thinking maybe these ones. Sorry about the glare on there. I was thinking maybe these ones. They're a shank button. There. I don't want to get too fancy, but yeah. I mean, these are all right too. But what happened was, I had some buttons picked out. But I think I've told you I haven't done buttons for a really, really long time, like 20 years, because I haven't made myself a garment with buttons in never. I've done buttonholes, but when I made the buttonholes, you know, I put the button hole, I put the button in the hole like you're supposed to. I don't know if you can see that. So I put the button in the thing, and then it's supposed to make the button that size, right? Well, the hole that size, it didn't. It made them tiny. I mean, these buttons barely fit through the hole. And it's like tiny. There's the difference. So, I don't know. That's a big difference to me. I don't know if you all can see that or not, but that's a big difference. My friend Ruth said that's the way it always is. I don't know. I was very disappointed with that. She said just like don't put the button in there next time. Just measure it out. I don't know. I guess that's what I'll have to do. So I don't know if any of you have any tricks or tips or suggestions. Let me know, because that didn't work out. I mean, I guess I can just use tiny little buttons, but that's like on my jacket. That's not gonna work. It won't look right with little tiny buttons. So now I have a bunch of little tiny buttons. So I guess if that's that's the size buttonholes that my machine will make. But yeah, so that's what I got at Mellon Store and the Montevilla Sewing Center and Michael's yesterday on Saturday. So hopefully I will edit this throughout the week and get this up on next Friday for you. And thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you. I would greatly appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, it would be fantastic if you did. And I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. You're not going to see this on Easter, so I won't say Happy Easter. But I hope you had a happy Easter if you celebrated. Hope you had a happy Sunday. And I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And I hope you get some time to sew. So take care.